Hi, I'm Sarah Marion, and welcome to Athena Advisory's Insider Tips. Get ready for a crash course in nonprofit know-how. Each week, you'll get access to insider tips straight from those who know best. Join us to learn something new, no matter if you're a seasoned pro or just getting started. So let's dive in. Our guest today is Nicole Smolkovich, Executive Director of our local community foundation, the Community Foundation of Kankakee River Valley. I'm looking forward to our conversation. So I would like to welcome Nicole here today. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking some time. You said this is your busy season, so I'm very, very happy that you were able to squeeze this in today and kind of share with some of our nonprofits on, all the things about grants and what a community foundation does. So with that, would you like to kind of share about what a community foundation is for someone who may not be familiar?
Yeah, absolutely. So, community foundations really connect people who care with causes that matter in their community. So we try to keep it local. That could be city, county, regionally, but we're here to serve our community. What we do is we take in donations and we invest those dollars, and then the interest earned off of that is what we grant back out to the nonprofits in our community to make a difference.
That has got to be so satisfying. I've talked to you a million times before, and we're friends on the outside of this space here. But I believe we had a conversation that you said that your favorite part is giving out the money.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is the best part. We're getting ready to do that here at the end of the month. So I'm really excited.
So exciting. So how can a local nonprofit get involved with their local community foundation?
Yeah, there's several ways now. We've tried to create opportunities for nonprofits to get together and meet each other and meet the community foundation. We do nonprofit coffee talks. We just had one actually yesterday, which was amazing. We also can help the nonprofits create an agency endowment here at the Community Foundation to help them with their operating dollars. So just like a donor, agencies, nonprofit agencies can invest into their own fund to help pay for operations and programs that they do.
That is so cool. I don't think a lot of people know that. So that's so valuable. And your website does a great job of laying that out. So if people are interested in learning more, they can certainly visit, the website and dig in deeper with that. So you offer community foundation grants. That's your bread and butter. As someone who reviews grants applications, what are your top tips for applicants?
Yeah. So, this is something I did not do in my former life. So when I came into the community foundation and started reading grants, I had never written a grant before, but as a reviewer, some things that I started to notice as the years went by is, it's really important to read those grant guidelines or the request for proposals to make sure that you're following the directions and what the grantor is really after, what they want to see. Some even get down to the font and the type size.
Oh, wow.
and margin sizes, and it's not that way as much anymore because more grantors have gone to software like we have. But you really want to pay attention to those little details because they do matter. Another one is sometimes we type too fast and we make mistakes and spell things wrong and don't check our grammar. That's really important because that has really reflected on some of the grants that we've seen come through, and some don't get funded because we just don't think they're detail oriented enough.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense though, because if you're not taking the time to check your grammar, spell check, all of that,
How are
that
you
is a
running your
kind of a red
program?
flag. Are they going to be taking the time to do with the money they're supposed to do and check the boxes and all that? So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's a difference. Another tip that I like to give out is that when you're writing the narratives in a grant application, especially on grant software,
mhm.
you really want to write that narrative in a Word document Don't just start typing into the software, because some software times out.
Okay.
And if you don't save it, you can lose all your work. And that's so frustrating.
Oh my gosh, that is so good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a really big one. And then, and as you're reading those RFPs, and I'm kind of jumping again,
Yeah.
as you're reading the RFP and the grant guidelines, really hone in on if they've put what are they weighting the reviewers, what are they weighting on the application? Like, is it just, the narrative of the program? Are they collaborating? Like, is that only worth 10% of the score that they're going to get? Because some some grant funders do that. They have a weighted checklist, for the reviewers. So be mindful of that. Really put your eggs, as many of your eggs into that one that's weighted the most.
Okay.
And really, really take some time in that.
Okay. I was just writing some of those things down so I can
Oh,
summarize at the end. Those are all so good.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I get some of these questions, and I am not an expert on grants, but thankfully you are, and you can share this information with our nonprofit friends. So let's see, and I'll summarize those at the end. But one last thing, what would you say to a nonprofit that's never ever applied for a grant? They think, they might have to hire a grant writer. They just don't know where to start. What is your tip for them?
Yeah, here at the Community Foundation, we try not to be very intimidating. We want to work with everybody in our community, and we want to see them thrive too. Because if the nonprofits are thriving, that means we're thriving. So, oh my gosh, I forgot your question.
No, it's okay. What advice would you give to a nonprofit that's never applied for
Oh,
a
thank you.
grant?
Thank you.
They think they might have to hire a grant writer. They're just overwhelmed
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So some things that they could do: go to the local community college. They typically have some grant writing courses available. And call us here at the Community Foundation. We can walk you through and tell you about where to find some grants. There's a US wide organization called Grant Station,
Okay.
where you can look for grants. You can even pay to get like a deeper dive into some of the grants, depending on what you're looking for. Yeah, contact us, contact the local community college. Even come to a nonprofit coffee talk and
Yeah.
talk to your other nonprofits in the area who have already done this grant writing. Grant writers can be expensive, but they know what they're doing. If you get the right one that understands what your organization is trying to accomplish. So, and that's important too. If you do hire a grant writer, make sure that they understand your mission and what you're trying to do.
That's a good tip. And would you generally hire a grant writer for those really big grants? Or
Yeah, I would say if we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars that we're applying for, yes, or maybe even over $50,000. Here at the Community Foundation, our highest grant typically goes up to 10,000.
Okay.
We have one fund that can go up to 30,000. So, but just find a good writer, find somebody who knows the mission. Capture all the details and what you want the reviewers to know and understand. And yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Yes. So all great tips. I'm going to go over your top 4 tips that you gave us. So when you're writing a grant, read the guidelines, number 1. If you're applying for a grant that doesn't even fund what you're looking for, you're wasting your time and theirs.
Absolutely.
Check your grammar, that's always key for really anything in life. And at the end of the day, we don't have an excuse with spell check and all of that.
Right.
Right. What did I say? Oh, this was my favorite tip. Write the narrative in a Word document versus on the application itself.
Right. And then you just copy and paste into your grant application. Yeah,
And that's where, the spell check helps you right there.
absolutely.
And then be mindful of how the grant is weighted.
Hmm.
So
Great.
yeah, that
You
was
got 'em.
great. Is there anything else that we may have left off or questions that I didn't ask that you would find important for people to know?
No, I think you captured it all and with your questions. And if there are any more questions that your viewers want to know, feel free to contact us.
Awesome. And I will put your contact information when I post this. But
Great.
again, Nicole, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it and sharing your knowledge with the world. I'm
Absolutely.
sure somebody will really find this useful, and hey, they might get that $100,000 grant because of your tips. So
Awesome. I would love that.
yeah, I would too. So, all right. Well, you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the sunshine, and maybe I'll run into you soon.
All right. Sounds good. Take
All right.
care.
Bye.
Bye.